it's Jackie and welcome back to my channel for my first Wicked tutorial. Recently I saw Wicked on Broadway for the first time and I fell in love with the show. At that time I was working with One Size Beauty and they came out with a Wicked on Broadway collection. I will be using that today because the products are honestly amazing and the REM Beauty collection hasn't come out yet, so I'll have to do 2 tutorials. But anyways, now I'm working with IT Cosmetics because they came out with a Glinda and ELPHABA brush, so I created a campaign over on Instagram, but I thought, you know what, while I'm shooting it, I might as well do a talk through tutorial and show you how to get both this Glinda look inspired by Ariana Grande, of course, and then also like a YASSified version of ELPHABA because Halloween is coming up and I know a lot of people will want to be ELPHABA and Glinda, and girly girls will gravitate towards Glinda, but what if we make ELPHABA just as hot, so that everybody feels glamorous and awesome on Halloween? So I hope you like my take on these characters and all the fun products we'll be using. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more pop culture tutorials, and let's get started with this Glinda look. Her makeup is flawless, matte, and high coverage. I chose the One Size Secure the Glow Tacky Hydrating Primer. Look at the little bubbles, it's totally giving Glinda vibes. Definitely leaves a sticky base, which is great for prep. When I woke up today, I had a double pimple, like right here, which is just fabulous, but I decided to go full coverage, and Glinda's makeup does look very full coverage anyways, and this is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. To apply, I'm using the ELPHABA brush. These are so fun. They remind me of childhood. I had a keychain like this that I was obsessed with, and it is full coverage, but it looks amazing. Like, it's not too thick or anything. It blends in like butter. I'm a huge fan of this foundation, and I'm in the shade Light. For highlighting the face, I'm using another full coverage favorite. This is by YENSA. It's their Super Serum Silk Concealer, and I've applied it to my chin, jawline, really underneath the eyes, down the cheeks, and up the cheekbones. I really like the smell of the IT Cosmetics cover cream. So nice. Ari's Glinda looks very structured, so I went in with this Rose Ink Cooler Toned Bronzer / Cream Contour, and I've added it on a flat brush like this. And I'm just adding in some of those contours. Her cheekbones are higher than mine, so I'm gonna fake that a little bit. Contouring the chin a bit, and forehead, which is gonna help with the wig. To warm up the cheeks slightly, this is the IT Cosmetics Glow with Confidence Sun Blush. This is such a nice blush. I've already applied it, and this is the shade Sunlit 10. I'm applying it to the Glinda brush this time. I'm obsessed with this pink. It has little butterflies floating around, which is the cutest thing. So I'm applying low on my cheeks. She didn't have a ton of color. I went with a little bit more color actually, but just dabbing it on, bringing it up from the contour. It has such a nice glow, but we are gonna powder next because her look was quite matte. I always get this powder everywhere. Oh, yep, oh my god, every time. It's literally all over my hands. Dab it and then apply to any high points. Very 2016. Before fully baking under the eyes, I'll take most of it off the brush and just pat to set lightly. And now we can bake. If you haven't baked before, you let tons of powder just sit and set, and it'll create a very flawless look. I talk about it a lot in the 2016 makeup tutorial I did with nostalgic products if you want to check that out. It was very Kylie Jenner inspired. I'm kind of obsessed with this base and the baking. Like, I usually go for light coverage, but I have been having a bit of a skin freak out recently, and this looks very airbrushed. Does it not? Like, you can't even really see that pimple there. Wow, and it's so powdered that it doesn't feel like tacky or anything, which a lot of the kind of dewy foundations feel like. Ari brows, they're very distinct. I can't do them, so we're gonna try our best. The easiest way to tone down dark brows when you're wearing a wig like I am and you have naturally very dark brows is to take any eyeshadow palette that has like a light gold shade. This is Fairy from ABH Soft Glam palette. Kind of bring it through the brow really lightly. Need like a little brow tape or something. For the nose, we're connecting the contour to the eye socket to create a straight line, and then her cute little tip she likes to do. And make sure to keep on blending. And this is the Define Gravity highlighter, and it is a blinding one. Then with the little broomstick brush, I'm taking a little bit more, and I'm just gonna really lightly apply it. She doesn't have a blinding highlight on the rest of her skin, but I love this, and let's add a tiny bit of a glow. Yeah, that's perfect. While we're here, let's just do the inner corner. Ooh. Moving on to the eyeshadows, I am going to use the Wicked on Broadway palette. I would totally use the Ariana Grande REM collaboration, but it's not quite out yet, but I do want to do another Ari in her Glinda era look using that palette, so let me know if you'd like to see that. But yeah, this is a beautiful palette, super pigmented. I just used this all over the lid and kind of brought it up a little bit higher than the natural lid. Also brought the light shade called Eyes Meet underneath the bottom lash line. From the contour, I'm taking a light muted pink. This is Tender Heart. Really winging it out. The palette does use shades that are inspired by the Broadway show, like what they actually use on Broadway, which is pretty cool. To add a bit more depth, I'm bringing in this Makeup by Mario Master Matte's The Neutrals palette. This brown shade here. Slowly building this up from the outer V. Let's do Glinda. Would make sense. A little bit more pop of pink. I actually love that they went in with matte shadows. It just looks very soft but still defines the eye. With proper poise, I'm taking a little bit and extending it out like a little shadow, creating a little bit of a smiling eye effect, and this is a deep neutral brown, so it's not going to pull too warm or too cool. For a liner, it looks like a thin black winged liner and then maybe a little bit of like a purple smoked out in some pictures that I was looking at. With Elphaba's shade Flying Free, I'm gonna smoke that out, but I don't want anything too smoky. Her eye is definitely really clean. That's pretty. The contacts I'm wearing, if you've never seen my channel, I do have blue eyes. They're from April Eye, and I have a code Jackie10 if you're looking for colored contacts. They're awesome. They feel really nice in the eye. I don't even notice them. And let's do an outer corner lash. These are from the brand Isopia, and I've trimmed them. These are my favorite lashes. You can get them on Amazon. Ari loves a good outer corner lash. I applied them extended a little bit, but I didn't go too far up. It looks like hers kind of go down a little bit. Almost done with the eyes. I got this adorable little set from Makeup Forever. It's one of their holiday sets. These are amazing pencils. You can use them on your lips, on your eyes, wherever, and they work great. Brown shade just under the bottom lash line. Finally, for super doll-like eyes, you can take a shade like this. This is Boundless Bisque by Makeup Forever. The lip combo I found tricky because photo from photo it looked a little bit different, but I started with a deep lip liner and just smudged it so that we had that three-dimensional look to the lips. And then for the main lip shade, it looks like a medium pink. I used the smallest amount of this Maybelline Superstay. It just blotted on the inside of my lip to kind of give that glowy medium pink shade. There's probably better shades than this one. If you went hard with this, it would literally look nothing like the color, but maybe the REM Beauty will have like a perfect Glinda shade. Metallic-y gloss, so I went with Revlon, and this is the Ultra HD Matte Lip Color Metallic in Gleam. Definitely gleams. I think this has Ari vibes. The brows aren't perfect, but I feel super cute in this makeup, and I would definitely wear it without like kind of Ari transformation steps, like just this eye. I love it. And then I've just been trying to style the wig with this big sexy hairspray. Come on, stay. I can tell in the trailer there's some flower clips in her hair, but I can't really tell where. So I added them so you can see them along with the little fountain pony, and I think it looks really cute. And if you are wanting to be a Glinda for Halloween, like this makeup look honestly is so pretty. You could wear this anytime, but if you do want to go all out for Halloween, I think any pink dress will give you Glinda. You could go with something like this with a lot of tulle, or you can go with just like a classic pink dress. Speaking of Broadway, this was my One Size Beauty ad that I created, and I made that top that I'm wearing. It's just like a ton of sequins, but I did use the popular setting spray, and this is full of sparkle. Should we use it? I'm not gonna use it on my face, but let's use it in the hair. No, I'll use it on my body. Oh my god, it is so sparkly. I'm so here for all the Wicked collabs. Like glitter and pink. Now let's become the baddest witch of the West. This look I am obsessed with. I think I would actually rather wear this whole style on Halloween because I feel so fabulous. So hopefully this gives like Glinda a run for her money, and yeah, we can do a glamorous Elphaba look. Might turn myself green at the end of this. We'll see how it goes. For the base, I used the One Size Oil Sucker Extreme Mattifying Primer, and then instead of super high coverage, because I am going to paint myself green later and I don't want too much on the skin, this is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Natural Matte. Very mattifying, and it did cover up that little mark from the pimple super well. It still has quite a bit of coverage, and this is the shade Light Medium Warm. I'm going to cancel out any darkness underneath the eyes because we are going for a full glam eye look, and we don't want it to look unfinished without, you know, a lot of brightness under the eye. This is such a nice brush. Like, even though the packaging is super fun, it also is an amazing brush. Setting the skin with my favorite powder from Floris's. It mattifies so nice, never looks too powdery or cakey. I'm so frustrated, my camera just froze. I just lost a bunch of steps, but basically I use this amazing contour from Flower Nose. It's their chocolate shop, and this is a great shade for very fair skin. Kind of like aging the face with a line like that. And then the nose, sadly, all the details got cut out. Started with a big fluffy brush. And then instead of like a rounded tip, I made straight lines. Again, just want to have a contrast between the looks. Just so it's really intense and it's so buttery. Time to use the ELPHABA shades, starting with Wicked, and sculpt this in an exaggerated crease shape, winged out. These shadows are so easy to blend. I'm creating like a really dramatic Marilyn Monroe type of shape. Just a little bit of green to the contour. Now let's take Emerald City, really packing it on the brush. Wow. Oh, that is so pretty. Using Blizzard and Eye, let's define those contours. Soaking out underneath the bottom lash line, I decided to add a little bit of a point in the inner corner. Eyes are looking pretty cool, especially with these contacts. They do look kind of Twilight and freaky, which is a lot of fun for Halloween. And let's sharpen it all up with eyeliner and some bold falsies. For even more shine, this is the Glitter Pill by Half Magic in the shade Goblin. It's super glittery, you have to shake it up. And then I've applied it right under the deepest shade. Ooh, I don't even know if I want to paint myself green. I think this is totally Wicked Witch. We can definitely handle bold, so these are super thick lashes. I almost never go for anything like this, but I have these. They're the House of Lashes Marigold Dramatic Volume. They last up to 15 wears, so they're re-wearable. Let's see how these would look. These eyes are looking insane. Let's not stop here though. Let's do a super dark lip. What with a harsh Cupid's bow, filling in the lips, and you could leave it like this, very gothic, but I am gonna add some green through the center. Maybe Nessa Rose would look pretty on it. Oh yeah, okay, Nessa Rose. We are adding some metallic. I know that a deep purpley tone was used on Broadway when she was green. Without green, I think that like an ashy look really complements the look well. So while ELPHABA may be strong, resilient, and doesn't aspire to be popular like Glinda, I still wanted to give her a glamorous twist. Love these green smoky eyes and dark lips. For the styling, you could go a couple different ways. You could wear it just like this. It's dark green, but I think this definitely gives ELPHABA vibes. Or you can go with just like all black. That's kind of the easiest option. I know her dress is like all ruffly and has some purple to it, which is super cool. Even a turtleneck with long sleeves would be really chic. And then also you could do a side braid and wear glasses. That's another one of her looks. And now I'm green. I wanted to test out this and see what it was like applying. This is just from Amazon and this is the shade Light Green. I just took a beauty blender that was like slightly damp and it activates this, and then I patted it over top. I think it would be easier before your makeup, of course, but I did want to try to do a glam version without the green, and then the green was just kind of for fun. As an add-on, I will say it is a little bit patchy. and it's harder to blend over top of this. So like my contour, I tried to blend it out, but because this dries so fast and it's like quite powdery, you don't have to set it. I didn't love like all the contouring I did on the green time around. So let me know what you think. I think without the green, it's very much Elphaba. You could have to paint like your whole body or it does look kind of whack, but this one did totally work and it wasn't very expensive. And it is kind of fun to use all the shadows on the cheeks. Like you can use the eyeshadow as the highlight and it does look pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed these Wicked inspired looks, and if you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more pop culture tutorials. Hopefully this helped you out if you just love Ariana as Glinda and you want to pull from her makeup routine, or for Halloween, have a little movie magic or Broadway magic into your look. Let me know if Elphaba or Glinda is your favorite character down below. And I'm so buying the Wicked and REM collection, so let me know in the comments if there's like a press tour look that Ari's wore that you just think is stunning and you'd want to see a recreation of. Hopefully it's not too similar to this, but I did love her at the Olympics. Very Audrey. So let me know and I'll see you in my next one.